Look guys, in this video, I'm gonna cover a lot of important things. So every single video you have been watching on YouTube, motivational video, crash videos, or moon videos, all of it aside, we have gotten to the point that I'm gonna really have a serious talk in here. So I need you guys to pay attention here. And I want you guys to think logically, put aside, we're gonna talk facts in here. I'm gonna review every single point I have made, and every single one of them have been happening. Okay, I will review every single. If you are new to this channel, stay with me and I will show you that what I have said before. You can watch my previous videos. I don't want to brag too much, but I want you guys see that although I have been holding a lot of altcoins, but I talk about facts, I talk about anything that I see, completely transparent with you. Okay, none of these are financial advice. Do your research, do your own research, because this is markets, guys. We do not know what the big guys are doing, but based on the chart, all we can do is just putting all these puzzles together, which I'm going to cover everything you need to know about Bitcoin dominance, about Bitcoin CME gap that we're going to see in here, this one right here. We're going to talk about USDT dominance. We're going to talk about where the direction is going to be and where are the resistance and support lines, and the most important one that I actually promised you guys in my last video, altcoin season, what we have been waiting for a long time. So if you are new, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification button and join our Telegram group. All my links are here. If you want to become a member, it's up to you, go ahead. That is free Telegram group where I send a lot of updates. Okay, so go ahead and join. The next video is the part 2 of this video is gonna be posted soon. So now I'm going to talk about CME gap first of all, because I think you guys need to know it. So let's just review some of the CME gaps we've had before and if they have been filled before or not. Let's just not go too far and let's start from this big gap. No, this one. You can see that we had this red one. I'm going to zoom really good in here, so we're going to go in details. Okay, as I said, this important video, you do not want to miss any second of it. So every time we have a CME gap, what happened was price took off with a green candle, but it did not actually touch this candle, right? So that we call it a CME gap in here. What happened was it just got some liquidity and it started going back down and filled this, right? So we started going back down, this already got filled. So we go a little bit further. You see another one, red candle, and this green candle was born on here. Just boom. Right here. After this green candle started, everything started waving, going up, and then boom, filled it. But another gap was born in here. What happened again? We started going up and exactly filled that gap. You see that shadow? You see that wick right here? Okay. So I'm gonna have a really good point after this. What happened again? And this is a 4-hour chart, okay? In every other time frames, you guys can find different ones. And CME gap does not have to fill right away. It can take many months even, okay? But the smaller the time frame is, usually the faster the faster filling would happen, okay? So what happened again? We got another CME gap in here. What happened? It went up. It did not exactly fill it. I'm going to make a line in here so you guys see that how it did not still fill it, okay? Just consider this line, okay? You guys see that it did not cancel that gap. It did not exactly fill it up all the way to here, okay? So what happened again? It went lower, made another gap here, but we still haven't filled this yet, right? We went up and filled it. There you go. So now what's gonna happen? I'm gonna have to say, guys, you know this channel is all about transparency. I do not give you BS. I do not sell you links. I do not do anything that a lot of other YouTubers, all just motivational videos and just entertaining. This is fact. These are educational videos for you for free, okay? So please hit the like right now and let the algorithm take this video to more people, because we are talking facts here, okay? So what happened here? We have this gap, 4 hours chart, keeps going up. What is going on? We filled this gap. Now what is going to happen is I'm expecting it still. And we're gonna at the same time double check with the USDT to see the direction of the market. And exactly again, I have had this red line for a long time, and as said, we have been getting rejected, and I'm expecting again to be rejected. And you guys see again we got rejected. Okay, I hope the maximum we will go up to almost 7%, which was the start of this crash for USDT dominance. We kind of did a wick on top in here, but it's still there's a chance that we go for another high up to even this level, which will take us easily back to $50,000. Which, if we want to talk about where I am expecting to be stopped, would be again around this area, at least $50,000. I am not saying that this is going to exactly happen, but there's a good chance that we're going to probably go back up to 68,000, although there is no chance, because if, as I exactly called this pullback, because of this candle, I exactly put the drawing exactly like this, and exactly happen again. We are back to this area, and we are back around this resistance line. That's why you guys see that price has been struggling around here. But if you look at the USDT exactly, we actually can have a little bit of downside as well, down to this level, which will bring back Bitcoin higher. Even past through here, we can still go up to $68,000. And that will be another huge liquidity that we're gonna grab, and it's gonna most likely happen like this. We're gonna go down, get to this level again, a little bit of consolidation, and go for another higher high. It does not have to go exactly higher high, but we can revisit this line one more time. So by doing this, you can guess that we're gonna still go back down. This is gonna make sense again, that we're gonna refill this gap before going back up, right? We're gonna talk about this altcoin season. You need to pay attention. It might not even take that long. I hope it won't. But subscribe for sure. You do not miss any of my videos. So in Bitcoin dominance, I mentioned that as long as we are not touching here, and again, I have been calling that we're going to keep going within this rectangle, most likely, and we're going to pass this yellow line this time. As you guys see, we broke up again, and we are, let me zoom in a little bit more. And you guys see that we broke up after a consolidation, so it was a rally-based rally, and I'm still expecting go up to 61,000 first, where this sideways has happened before in the start of our altcoin rally. So after we started breaking below, that was exactly when a lot of altcoins took off in the last bull market. So do not expect, although we are tired of waiting, do not expect that all the altcoins are going to start giving 200%, 300% in a day, which you will see most likely if we start crashing from here. I hope not that we break through and still go for higher high, almost back to 73%, which had happened the all-time high for Bitcoin dominance. Before this happened, we had these two. We can still go back to revisit. I hope not, because that's gonna just kill a lot of altcoins. Okay, I do not want to even think that what's gonna happen to altcoins. Okay, we need to see Bitcoin dominance maximum goes up to 62, 63%, get rejected, and start going lower. That's gonna be where I'm gonna get heavily into altcoins. Okay, although I have been DCAing, and I do not care if we're gonna go up and back, even back down to $54,000 to refill that gap, but I am expecting probably most likely we're gonna close this monthly candle as red. And why am I saying this? I'm gonna get rid of this white line. And if you guys remember, I have mentioned this a lot of times. Many times when we have a red candle, after breaking below a certain level, there is a huge possibility that we go back up to retouch this area that we had these two candles close, even above up to here. If you break up, guys, that's very bullish. We need to close this month at least around $67,000, $68,000 area, which will have another pullback, probably down to $64,000, $63,000, and we're gonna start going for higher prices. But as long as we're not closing this month like this above at least 65, $66,000, at least up to this level, I will not be that crazy bullish. Okay, so we need to make sure that in the next almost, I don't know how many days September has, as long as we're not closing this monthly as red and lower than all of these sideways candles, we should be fine. Okay, but we can still go back down in the next 10 days, have huge crash down to 49 or $50,000, where we had a lot of these candles should be supporting, which we got that $49,000 support, and we can close it as red and start consolidating and start going higher. Okay, which that is not anything surprising. Okay, which will have our wave 4 complete and hopefully going for wave 5, which I'm not sure how high we can go, but at least I am expecting go up to $77,000 to $80,000 first. That will be my first target that I will hope that Bitcoin will hit. Okay, so I am still afraid that we're gonna have to fill this gap, and we're gonna probably go back up to retouch, and I hope not, that we're not gonna break above this red line, and if we do, most likely we're gonna touch this almost 7% the USDT dominance, which will crash Bitcoin easily back down to $48,000, and altcoins will bleed a lot, and that would totally make sense that Bitcoin dominance is going to rise up to almost 62%, 61, 62%. The first target I'm expecting would be almost 60%, because that will be the start of that sideways candles. Okay, then we're going to most likely get rejected, and the reason is that I'm really having this part as our target. First target is, so although we were having like sideways going, starting going up with 5 ways, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But we had this crash very fast, and for every single closed candles, every daily closed candles, you guys see that we had red, we had green, you see a bunch of these candles, right? That's why we had this zigzag for Bitcoin. So you had to get rejected, get supported, get higher high, get rejected again. So this totally makes sense, right? It keeps going up slowly but surely, right? But guess what? After we get to this area, that is almost a no-no zone, right? So we're gonna most likely get Bitcoin to this area. I'm not sure where the Bitcoin's price will be when we hit this area. But I hope it's not gonna be less than $50,000. Okay. At this point, honestly, I do not care if we're gonna go back to 50,000, 60,000, 55,000. These $4,000 area does not really matter anymore. I think you shouldn't really care about that either. Although it's not financial advice, I'm just saying, because we have seen a lot of these ups and downs for several months. For 7 months, we have seen it enough, and we just don't care. I mean, at least I don't care, right? So, but we're gonna get more discounts, and that will be, I think, it will be my last chance that I'm gonna get into altcoins. But at the same time, I have to see that it's gonna totally make sense that we're gonna reach to this area and start going towards this white line, another no-no zone for USDT dominance. And if you have watched my previous videos, I reviewed the last bull market with you, and every time we hit this white line, that gets reject or support for USDT, and it starts crashing Bitcoin and altcoins. So once we get to this area, as I said, this is my area to get out. I don't care if Bitcoin is going to be 100,000, if all the money is going to pour into Bitcoin, or Bitcoin is just going to go sideways like where it is right now, just go sideways like this, zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. But all the money pours into altcoins, billions of dollars, more than 2%, almost 2% for altcoins. That will be billions of dollars, and we're just going to end the bull market whenever we hit this line. Okay, that will be where I'm getting out. So, and if we really break this below, guys, we're gonna have a crazy bull market you have never seen before. Because, as I said, repeating the history, we have never hit this line and we broken below. Okay, not like with a strong candle. That's why I'm still not expecting to easily break USDT, because we keep printing USDT. It keeps minting or getting created, and every time it keeps growing, and not 100% of USDT will ever pour into altcoins or Bitcoin. So that's why we keep going higher for USDT slowly, and every time we hit this line, we get that support. And now let's talk about altcoin season that we're waiting for. Okay, if you guys remember, I have said that usually when we have rally base rally or drop base drop, something like this, right? We had a huge like this drop base drop. This is a huge bigger one, right? Now let's review what happened in here, right? For the last this is just altcoin. We're taking BTC and Ethereum out. Okay, so none of this money, none of these candles, these billions of dollars you see is all about altcoins. Anything other than Ethereum and Bitcoin, right? So what happened is, I'm just gonna get rid of this line for now. We had this rally base, this red candle made it. Base rally, right? And what happened was we had crash when Bitcoin crashed from 64,000 down to $28,000 and it started rising, right? So we got a lot of money getting out of altcoins with this crazy weekly candle, right? In 1 week, we started going down from $880 billion down to 412. That's like half, more than half of the money that was poured into altcoins got out of them, okay? But we started getting a lot of support, and all thanks to this red candle, okay? That's why every time I talk about these different colors of red candles within a lot of candles that are the same color, this red candle was the reason we had the support, right? You can easily put this back down in here. You guys see that every time we had touched this area, we started getting that support. But every single candle closed above this wick, the highest part of this wick, right? So even if we go up here, make this line on top of it, you see that every single candle closed above this area, okay? Now if we want to just use that as a cheat sheet, but there is no guarantee, of course, you want to see that what can happen in here, right? I'm gonna get rid of this big one. You see the same thing is happening, right? This rally base rally, right? And then we started going slowly zigzag going down. We got a lot of support from the top of this wick, but we had this crazy crash for the altcoins, and we touched again around this candle, which this red candle is the same thing, similar to the Bitcoin candle I showed a long time ago, and I called 49,000 to be the bottom for now, okay? Which we got it completely correct, okay? And so I would not be surprised that we go another leg down and have another wick, have another sell-off for a lot of altcoins, and you start getting another wick down, wick up, and close another candle up here and start going higher. And that can happen easily in like next 2-3 weeks, okay? Which if Bitcoin starts crashing down to $50,000, this would not be out of my expectation. Where did it go? It would not be out of my expectation that we go back up, back down here, almost to 470,000-ish, 470 billion, sorry, down to this area, even a little bit lower, something like this, and it starts getting support. And that will be where I will say that our altcoin season will start. And my first target, I will talk more about it later, okay? Our first, second, third targets, and those are going to be very important videos. So make sure to like and subscribe. Please like this video. All I need from you is liking this video, and if you liked it, you found it helpful, which it is, I can promise you it is, please share this video with your friends. Comment down below. Your beautiful comments, it always gives me a lot of motivation, and thank you for all you loyal subscribers. Yes, I have made mistakes in the past. I was just too biased about the Bitcoin going back down to 12,000 for a very long time, but I have opened my eyes, and I'm getting more cheat sheets for myself by looking at USDT and Bitcoin dominance, and that makes a lot more sense now, okay? That's why if you follow this channel, I can promise you that I will do my best to help you guys make a lot of money. But you know that there is no financial advice in here. This is all education. Everything I learned, I let you guys know about, okay? So thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video. Peace.